and welcome on to this episode 21 of the Groan Zone. We have a new game to try later on, as I promised last week. The name will appear later. My trio of groans are set to go. The audience groan is ready to rock, as are Ooh Unlucky and Zero of the Week. We'll begin with stating the following. If you have a groan you want to share, a Zero of the Week nomination, or an Ooh Unlucky nomination, you can send it into the show in a number of ways. You can find the Groan Zone on Discord as the Groan Zone Podcast, via Facebook groups under the Groan Zone Podcast. You can hit me up directly via Mr. E. Groaner on Facebook Messenger. And lastly, you can shoot an email in via the groanzonepod@gmail.com. With that being out the way now, we will go directly into my groans for this week. Groan 1, it's spoiled kids. Okay parents, I know you love your children, your little kiddies, apple of your eyes, you love them, but there is really no need to pander to anything and everything they wish for. I never got anything, no, I never got everything I wanted, never got anything, never got everything I wanted, and when I was really young, not even fake tantrums worked. What changed in this day and age to make some parents afraid to say no? It makes your child understand that the world is not going to be given to them on a silver platter. Just start saying no more often. Yes, they might kick off and everything, but at least they're going to learn a life lesson. Groan 2, toothache. Now, this is nothing from a dentist at fault. They've done their job. However, because I've got to wait a bit longer for an appointment, after a cancellation, unfortunately, the tooth, it's like a temporary cap filling, it's starting to hurt. So toothache. Toothache can literally go and do one. It's supposed to wait 2 weeks, had to wait 4. So yeah, toothache can do the bird. Groan number 3, clothing size differences in different shops. So in one store, a double XL waist can fit me, yet in another store, it can't. It seems this problem for me happens in Marks & Spencer's and Primark. So how about just unify measurements or make things more elasticated for the bigger bloke like myself? I'm not a twig by any means, but come on. I'm not going to go to Jackamore because the prices there are exorbitant. Come on shops, pull it together. Well, that's my groans for this week out the way. We're going to move from groans to games now, starting with the 5-point countdown. You all know the rules, but here we go. Your answers are locked in, so if you guess right at number 5, but if you change it at number 4 and you're wrong, you don't get points at 5. If you change your answer, you're stuck at what you guess. So make sure you're sure before you guess. Here we go. Clue number 5. I can be used to attract attention. Wait for answers to pop onto the game. Okay, someone's thrown in a spoon. Okay, it's a good guess. If you throw a spoon at someone's head, they're going to be pissed. But you should get their attention. Clue number 4. I am used in times of distress. Just flying in there. It's the same person with still the spoon. Okay. You're really faithful with that spoon. Oh, okay. Okay. Clue number 3. I can be made of any material. Please, God, don't say spoon again. I'm waiting for the person to write down a spoon. More people put answers in. She still put a spoon. God love you. Right. Clue number 2. I run hot. I'm waiting for them to type. If they still stay a spoon after this, we're going to need to clean up on aisle 12. Nope, they're stumped. Okay, clue number 1. You should be able to see my smoke for miles. A few people cottoned on there. bit longer. I'm going to have to hurry anybody who's still thinking. Okay, the person who said spoon is now baffled. We'll come back to and we'll unbaffle you with the answer later on. And now, a taster. That's 3 rounds of the new game coming in the future on more episodes. The game name is called Gimme the Question. Maybe a bit less forceful than that, but it's called Gimme the Question. For this game, I give you the answer first, and then you must pick the right question out of 3 to win each round. 1 point per round. No point blanking, just straight points. Let's give it a go. Round number 1. Liberty Island is your answer. Here are your 3 questions. Number 1. What is the most famous island in America? Number 2. Which island is closest to New Jersey? 3. Which island did Snake Plissken escape from in a 1980s movie? And the person's wrong. I was really hoping it was a spoon. Oh god. Sorry, I'm gonna shoot you down now. For £5 countdown, it wasn't a spoon. Okay, and the person who wrote spoon has put in number 3 as their answer for round number 1. Okay, you're wrong. Bless you, you're wrong. Any more answers coming in there? Oh, a couple have popped in number 1, and some have said 2. Okay, those that put in number 1, you're wrong. Although it is one of the islands of America, it's not the most famous one. Clue number 2, if you said it's closest to New Jersey, you're spot on. Although Liberty Island is classed as belonging to New York, it is actually closer to New Jersey on a USA map. And for number 3, Snake Plissken did not escape from Liberty Island, he escaped from New York. Ready for round number 2, here we go. Your answer is Ballistic X vs. Sever, a 2002 film. Here are your 3 questions. Number 1. What is the number 1 pick from worst rated film on the Rotten Tomatoes website? Clue number 2. Question number 2, sorry. What film is the last in a largely unknown action movie threequel? Clue number I keep saying clue. Question number 3. What film was expected to relaunch the career of Antonio Banderas? Oh, someone's gone straight in there with number 2. A couple for number 1. And another person for number 3. Okay, if you put number 1, you're spot on. Although personally, I'd have to give Mortal Kombat Annihilation the number 1 poop spot on Rotten Tomatoes. Question number 2, if you said this, you're wrong. I believe this movie is actually a standalone. It's not part of any prequels, sequels, standalone. And answer number 3, question number 3, you're wrong as well. Although I bet he'd rather forget he made the movie because it got panned. Someone's wrote, I would give Titanic top slot. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Round number 3. Sideshow Bob is your answer. Question number 1. Who killed Krusty the Clown? Question number 2. Who was the most hated character in the history of The Simpsons? Question number 3. Who does Kelsey Grammer voice in The Simpsons? Just waiting. There's be a lot of people thinking on this one. Oh, someone's straight in there with number 3. Oh, a few people are following. Okay. Outright shout out here for number 3. Okay. So, yeah, if you picked question number 1, you're wrong. As far as I know, Krusty has not been killed off. You picked question number 2. Nope, the most hated character in the history of The Simpsons was Maud Flanders, hence why they killed her off. And if you picked number 3, Kelsey Grammer has voiced Sideshow Bob for every single appearance on The Simpsons. You know your Simpsons knowledge. Well played. Hopefully you enjoyed the new game there. Maybe a bit rusty on it. I've still got to get my head around saying here's your first question, rather than here's your first answer, so it's a bit of a mind twister for myself. Also, I owe you guys an apology for my fluff up on Yes or BS last week. I read the Fire of London fact out twice, instead of the false, then the answer. So my apologies there. But now, after waiting patiently, here is the turn of one of your own, dear groaners. It's the audience groan time. This week is a verbal groan from a homeless guy I got talking to called Paul. And he groaned about people who pass judgment before getting to know someone. Paul, you're spot on with that. I know exactly what he means. In short, don't judge a book without reading it cover to cover. In case people are wondering, I asked Paul for helping me out with that what he wanted. He simply just said, "Can I please have a can of Coke?" Sorted him straight out. Top quality bloke. I then played a little game of higher or lower with him. I had the number 11 in my head. I asked him, was I thinking a higher or lower number than 10? It wasn't much, but for guessing higher, he won 30p. Cheers, Paul. Stay safe out there, man. Especially because it's cold out there. Take care. Now we move on to Ooh, Unlucky. So, I was on my bus journey home a few days ago, and a very gobby girl was yelling and screaming at her dad on the phone. Apparently, her ticket had expired, and she ran out of money and also dodged train fare. What a first class citizen she is. He couldn't pick her up, so she demanded that he wake up her granddad, stating if he didn't, she wouldn't come home. Personally, I'd kick her out and let reality settle in. Don't know how the driver let her on in the first place. She then proceeded to cuss her dad out too, and then he hung up on her, leaving her high and dry. Unlucky! No lift for you. Now then again, it's that time of the week again, it's Zero of the Week time. Now recently, I heard about some total tool who thought it would be a brilliant idea to hurl racist insults or racist signals, one of the two, at a footballer. FIFA didn't take kindly to this wingnut stupidity, so they've enforced a ban on him at every single football ground across the UK for 3 years. No football for you, you numpty. Curb your racism, please. A classless, totally deserving Zero of the Week this week. Racism has no place in sport or in life. The sooner people learn that, the better. And that goes for reverse racism and racism in general. Before I go though, there is just enough time to go through the answer for the £5 countdown this week. If you got this answer, well done to you. The answer was a signal fire. Not a spoon. It wasn't a spoon. Just waiting for the person to respond. Oh, you got a sad face. Oh, bless you. I'm so sorry. Thanks for joining in for this week's show. The podcast has been submitted to Apple Podcasts as well, so we'll see how that goes. I'm just waiting for them to review it, then hopefully they allow me to have the show on Apple Podcasts. We'll see how it goes though. Take care all. Bye until next week for more fun on the Groan Zone. Take care. See ya.